Hi everybody, nice to be back here on the channel this morning. So today we're going to talk about business communication and conflict resolution. Yes, welcome back. You know, in a perfect world, we all get along with everyone, every single person in the office. But let's be real. Sometimes you have to work with people who are really challenging. Today, we aren't just talking about office gossip, we're learning the professional English vocabulary and diplomatic phrasing you need to handle difficult co-workers without losing your cool or, even worse, your job, right? So we need to identify the difficult personalities. So before we can fix the problem, we need to describe it. Here are 3 common types of difficult co-workers and the adjectives we use for them. The first one is the micromanager. Yeah, someone who controls every small detail of your work. This can be quite annoying, right? For example, my boss is a micromanager. She doesn't trust me to send a single email without her approval. Definitely a micromanager. So remember that word. The next one we're going to talk about is the credit taker. The credit taker, you may ask? Well, that's someone who claims your ideas as their own, as the word says, credit taker. For example, I'm frustrated because Mark took the credit for my data analysis during the meeting. And so now we've learned the micromanager, the credit taker. But we're going to look at a third one, the deflector. The deflector, you may ask? Well, the deflector is someone who absolutely avoids responsibility and shifts blame to others. He did it, she did it. It wasn't me. Example, whenever a deadline is missed, Sarah is a master at passing the buck. Passing the buck, yes. So, now we're going to look at the I statement strategy. When you confront someone, the goal is to be assertive, not aggressive. A great way to do this is by using I statements instead of you statements. Using you can sound like an accusation, right? You did it. It was you. So instead of aggressive, try this assertive, diplomatic approach. So first of all, let's look at the aggressive one. The aggressive one is, you always interrupt me. Oh, very aggressive, right? So being assertive, diplomatic, we could say, I feel like I can't finish my thoughts when the conversation moves so quickly. Could I finish this point? Yeah, a lot less aggressive, right? But then there's the other one. Aggressive. You never do your share of the work. Oof. Ouch. Okay, let's be more assertive, right? I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed with the current workload. Can we revisit the division of tasks? Yeah, that's much better, isn't it? Okay, so now we're going to look at real world scenarios and phrases. So scenario A, setting boundaries with a micromanager. Remember, we learned about a micromanager. So the key phrase here is, I've got this under control. So, for example, I appreciate your input, but I have a solid handle on this project. I'll be sure to reach out if I hit any roadblock, right? So that's it. That's a good way to try and stop the micromanaging. Okay, but then what about B scenario? Addressing a credit taker. Well, here we can use a key phrase as well to build on what blah blah said. So blah blah, the name, who said it. For example, thanks for bringing that up, Mark. As I mentioned in my initial report, the core strategy here is to focus on, and whatever it is that you need to focus on, right? There we go. Okay, so that's scenario A, B, and A and B. Yeah, we haven't done C. Right, so C is dealing with a negative coworker. And the key phrase here is let's pivot to the solution. I hear your concerns about the budget, but let's pivot to how we can make this work with the resources we do have. There we go. Isn't that a great way to do it? Now, of course, we have some professional idioms for conflict. To sound more like a native speaker, it's very good if you can try using these 3 idioms. So, the first idiom, to see eye to eye. What does that mean? It means to agree with someone. So how about the usage? How do we use that? Well, here's an example sentence. We don't always see eye to eye on marketing, but we respect each other's work. Good, eh? All right, now we're going to get to idiom number 2. To clear the air. What does that mean? It means to talk about a problem to end bad feelings. So how do we use this? Well, I'd like to have a quick chat to clear the air regarding what happened in the meeting yesterday. Very good. And now the third idiom, to pick your battles. What does that mean? Well, it means to decide which problems are worth fighting over and which should be ignored. Usage, we could say, well, he's a bit grumpy, but he's great at his job. I've decided to pick my battles and ignore the attitude. All right, so there we go. So, in conclusion, friends, conflict is inevitable. It means it's going to happen. But how you communicate defines your professional reputation. Remember, keep it objective, stay calm, and use your I statements. Avoid the you statements. Right. Your challenge today, leave a comment before using one of today's idioms or phrases to describe a situation you faced at work. I'll see you in the next lesson. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Cheers for now.